Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. Got an email from Mark who just transitioned from 2 wheels to 3 wheels. And he wrote me saying, Doc, is there some extra maintenance items I need to keep an eye on? Great question, Mark. Let's address the 3-wheeler. First thing, Mark, I would suggest you do is go to your local dealer and pick up a checklist. Every dealer has some type of checklist that allows you to follow your maintenance on your motorcycle. And it's always for the particular year. So you picked up a 2010, they'll have a 2010 checklist for you to keep an eye on. So that's the first suggestion for you, Mark, to make sure that you keep on top of your new 3-wheeler versus your 2-wheeler that you had. Number one thing I think you should keep an eye on is brakes. Mark, you've got a larger motorcycle. It's a lot more weight to stop, so you've got a lot more braking power. And Harley-Davidson, with Tri-Glides up until 2019, had the hydraulically linked brake system operation. That means when you apply the rear brake, it applies pressure to the rear brakes and to the middle pucks inside the front calipers, so everything slows down evenly. Then your front hand controls the other 4 pucks on the front only. So this system connected applies brakes, and you want to keep making sure that all your brakes are applying evenly. So you want to keep an eye on your brake pad thickness. Okay, so the specification for yours is 40 thousandths, and how do you know what 40 thousandths looks like? So I reached into my pocket and picked up some change, a quarter, 65 thousandths, no. A penny, yeah, no, that's 55 thousandths. A dime, yeah, the dime was 49 thousandths. So it's a little bit bigger, but if you see the other side of the dime, holding it next to your brake pads, it's time to change your pads, okay? So keep this in mind when you're looking, because it's very hard for you to see the pads on the rear. You'll need to go to some automotive shop and pick up some mirrors and flashlight, and you've got to find the right angle and flashlight to see the pads. This is one of the things that a dealer will definitely keep an eye on, because he's going to take this off and service other items and keep an eye on your brake pads. So brakes. Number one thing that you should really keep an eye on, also brake fluid. You know you should change it every 2 years. Let's keep an eye on that and the condition of it. If you own a twin-cooled, like this 2015, well, you'd want to take a look at the fluid. You'll want a non-sharp item, pry it up, pop this cover off, and take a look at, oh, hi there. We have some tenants here that have made a little house for themselves here. So I would guess it's been a while since this has been checked. All right, the fluid level. You want to make sure your fluid level is correct if you have a twin-cooled, and you know you need to replace that every 2 years. That fluid is not a lifelong fluid. So this is something that you'll want to check if you own a twin-cooled 3-wheeler. Stabilizer here. This is very crucial on a Tri-Glide. It helps in controlling the Tri-Glide. Make sure that there are no leaks from this, or if it bottoms out, if this end hits this area, it shouldn't on a complete turn. So this mechanism here needs to be kept an eye on. Make sure that it's kept tight and adjusted correctly for your motorcycle, because it is crucial in keeping your control of your Tri-Glide. All right, let's continue on here. We're taking care of the front brake, and the rear brake we're going to take a look at. Let's just say, yes, this is different than your rear tire. You have lug nuts. All right, Harley-Davidson says after you have a tire changed, you need to check after 500 or 1,000 miles. It's your responsibility to take a torque wrench and check these for. They're 90 to 100 foot-pounds of torque. Best way to do it is put your torque wrench on the 90, the smallest one, and go to it. If it clicks, okay, we're good, we're good. If it doesn't click, you need to retorque all of them on both sides on it, okay? So this is something new to you. You're going to have to keep an eye on the lug nuts. Tire pressure. Your 2-wheeler was usually 40 psi on the back, 36, 38 on the front. This is only 26. We see a lot of Tri-Glides with the middle tread worn out and nothing worn out on the sides, because they're filling it the same amount as they did their 2-wheelers while they were going. So 26 foot-pounds is all that these tires take, and that probably will change with the new 2020 that has 18-inch rims on that new model. But for your model, let's keep it at 26, okay? Now, if you are going to check the belt tension. It's different than your two-wheeler, 33/8 to 7/16 on it. If it is beyond that, bring it to your dealer to adjust. I took the back end off of this, Mark, so you could see something that you probably will never see on your Tri-Glide. What's underneath all that beautiful paint? There's a lot of adjustments here, a lot of connections to get this bike to be perfectly aligned with the front, and there are many adjustments below for adjusting the belt. Okay, so bring it to your dealer. Yes, I'm sure that you could read the manual, take off the body work, which is a work in itself, and have a nice safe place to put that large piece while you're working on it, and then adjusting this correctly so you have the correct tension. It's quite a job. I'd rather have your dealer do it, and you know that it's done right. After about midway, that's about the same as a two-wheeler. Mark, keep an eye on your motorcycle, get your checklist, and just follow it, and just keep an eye on it, and I'm sure you're going to have plenty of fun miles on your three-wheeler as you continue to ride the roads all over the United States. Thanks for the email. Always appreciate them. I'm Doc Harley. We'll see you next week.